Hi, it's Mary. Welcome to the Paper Turtle. We have a haul video today, and I'm going to just kind of jump right into it. And I've got some fun stuff, I think. So, let's see. I'm going to get the big stuff out of the way first. Oh, so that I can get rid of this big bag. They put this stuff in a big trash bag. Alright, so the first thing, let me just take this stuff out of the bag. Hold on 1 second. Well, there's a couple of days worth of stuff in here. I'm getting to it here. I guess I should have done this beforehand, but you know how that is. I say I'm going to do that, and then I don't, and next thing I know, I'm starting the video. All right, so I have one of these 12 by 12 iris cases that I paid $3 for. You know, of course I'd prefer to pay $1, but it was $3 is still worth it because they are very expensive in the store, brand new, and prices just keep going up and up and up and up. So this one also had this cutting mat inside it, which I don't really need, but it's always good to have an extra cutting mat, right? So it kind of came with it. So for $3, that's good because these are always handy. Put my scrapbooking projects in them or whatever projects. These were $1. They had a whole bunch of them, but I didn't like the other colors. So I got 2 of these. They're 1.5 inch binder. And what I'm going to do in these is I'm going to make, like, one is going to hold music paper and one will hold some other kind of paper, book paper or whatever. I don't know. And then they're going to sit on my shelf and look pretty and be organized. Right? How many times have I said that? I'm still working on it. I just think the organization of the craft room is a continuous work in progress, and it will always be a continuous work in progress. Then I got these. I have to keep an eye on my camera because something's wrong with my holder. The last time that I used this, it fell apart. And I thought I fixed it, but I don't know. It's wobbling and wiggling and stuff. So sorry about that. Bear with me. I may need to buy a new one or something. I don't know. Anyway, these were 80 cents each. And nope, I don't need flowers and brads. But for 80 cents a piece, you have to get them because really you can't have too many flowers and brads because you use them all the time, right? Look at these. They're little, I think are they from the Dollar Tree? I don't know. What did I pay for them? I don't even know. Maybe she didn't even charge me for these. I have no idea. But anyway, they are like sunflower doilies. Aren't those adorable? Yeah, I have a lot of doilies, but they're sunflower doilies. Those are really cool. I didn't have any of those. Some more mailing envelopes because, well, I use them. I use them a lot. So it's always good if I can find them real cheap to get them. And then some sheet protectors that will fit in those binders that I just showed you to hold all my organized paper. Yep. Oh, now this was a bargain. This is photo paper. I use it all the time because I print my photos. And this is Kodak, so it's name brand, so it's good. It is 4x6, which is what I use. I'm pretty sure I saw that it was, yes, 4x6. It's unopened. There's 100 in each package, so there's 200 sheets for $3. Now, I've seen photo paper for a lot of different prices. In some of the thrift stores that I go to, they would have probably charged close to $10 for this, $5 a pack. I've seen those prices. So when I saw this one for $3, it's $1.50. And I think there was probably a discount at this store that day. There usually is some kind of discounts. So I don't always pay what it says on there. But that, even if I paid the full $3, this is a really, really good buy. Really good buy. And I have a pretty good stash of photo paper, but again, when you see it at that price, you kind of have to get it because it's just, I don't know, you just don't see it at that price. So get it, and then I don't have to pay the higher prices when I see the higher prices, right? That makes sense? To me, it makes sense. These are blank notes. I thought they were super, super pretty. Again, not something I need, but these are good to just tuck into a journal, into a pocket or a tuck spot, or actually write a note to someone on. And those are pretty. That's my jam right there. I like that. And then there's some recipe cards. I do not know why I collect recipe cards. I have so many of them. All I do is give them away because I don't do cookbook styles. I don't cook. I don't do recipes. But I like recipe cards. So I don't know. I just get them. So this is a cute one. It's got little chairs on it. And then this one has peas. I thought that was cute. And they are, I'm pretty sure they're all the same in the package. Yeah. So I thought those were just cute. And sometimes depends on like what kind of journal I'm working on. I might stick one in the pocket of a journal. Like the peas one would go good like in a farm journal, right? So I like to get them. This was 50 cents and I got it for the paper. That one's got writing imprints on it, but it's kind of like, I don't know, like it's not really fibrous, it's flat, but it's pretty, right? I don't know if you can quite get the essence of it. And it says, it's called Naturals. Oh, it's from Dollar Tree distribution. I guess it's recycled. It's pretty. The cover's pretty too. And of course I can't pass up an organizational item. No, I think I'm going to use this for ink. Maybe. I'm not sure. But it's pink and it's cute and it was only $1, so I got that. I don't know what I'll use that for. Went to the flea market. But I'm going to save this for last. So stay tuned at the end. I'm just going to give you a real quick peek. Ta-da! What is that? We'll find out. I'll do that last. I'm going to put it over here. I hope I don't forget. That was from the flea market. These are from an estate sale. 2 estate sales, I think. No, maybe 1 estate sale. It doesn't matter. Whatever. So they had a lot of books, but none of them were anything that I really wanted. Nothing was appealing to me. But shoved into a box of books, I found this. It is like all beat up. They even taped the corners. Look at all the notes in there. Look at this thing. It is so falling apart. I think she still charged me $1 for it. But look at the pages in it. It's all full of tables and charts and equations, and it is nicely aged. Look at it. This is all squares, logarithmic cosines. I don't even know what any of this stuff is. I failed math and science. I was an English girl. So this would be really cool for collaging and backgrounds, right? And even somebody's handwritten notes. They used this book. And it's got these funky stamps on the front. UN Association, UN Children's Fund. Keep Britain in Europe. I wonder what that campaign was about. This was published in Edinburgh, 1971. Interesting. So I thought that was pretty cool. Something a little different. And then this estate sale had some jewelry. This was half price day, so everything was half price. So for all this jewelry and that book, I think I paid $7 total. And it was all on a table, and it was a mess. Everything was just kind of thrown out there. And this was loose, so I picked some stuff up and put them in this bag. And so this is what I ended up getting. This bracelet, which has these really pretty, like, pinky coral colored stones with some tiny little beads in between there. So I thought those were pretty and fun and different. And then this one is another bracelet, and it's on a chain, and these are all connected with, wire. And I think some of them, yeah, like this one has holes in it, so I can either use it attached like this or use it as a bead. They don't all have holes in them like that, though. And then this one is strung. So I loved the colors. I thought those were really pretty. I can use both the stones, or whatever they are, the charms, and the chain. So that was a good buy. I thought that was worth whatever I paid for it. And then this one, some of this was all in this bag. Well, the whole thing was in this bag. So I don't know. The bag's all torn up. I guess this was some kind of a bracelet, but these are like long, like tube beads, and they're crooked. And then these are purple glass beads. So there's a pile of those. And then this bracelet I thought was really interesting. These are like metal, like they remind me of like logs. They're purple. Kind of a very interesting looking bracelet. I might even hold on to that and not cut that up yet, because I kind of like it. And then this one, has some beads, some looks like shell pieces, and some charms. So we have a little shovel. I guess it's supposed to be a garden spade. I don't know. They're very lightweight. Like, these are plastic. They're not metal. Some type of a key looking thing. A dragonfly. I guess it's an umbrella, not a mushroom. Maybe it's a mushroom. I don't know if it's a mushroom or an umbrella. A butterfly. a lock. So I guess it was supposed to be like a garden-y thing. I don't know. But those will be pretty all taken apart and used. That's like a flower shape right there. So there's some usable stuff in there. I thought these were metal though, but they're not. They're plastic. But that's all right. You can still use them. I don't care on my dangles and things in a journal, whether it's like real stone or plastic or metal or gold or what have you, because it's all supposed to be junk. So it doesn't matter what it's actually made of. Although the glass beads are way prettier than plastic beads. So I do prefer them just because they are prettier. Uh-oh. I just dropped a bead. I think I got it. I do prefer the glass beads because they are prettier, just even at a glance. But something like this, at a glance, you can't tell if they're metal or plastic or what. And then in the end, it really, the runaway beads, it really doesn't matter. So this is heavy. This is metal. That's got some weight to it. So that was fun. There wasn't like anything else at that estate sale. Nothing else. It was, the place was such a mess. People had trashed it. Clothes thrown everywhere. There were clothes just thrown in the shower. And it was like, people, if you're taking it off the hanger to look at it, put it back on the hanger. Why are you just throwing stuff on the floor? That's just rude. But that's how people are. Oh, and at one of those estate sales, I got, no, it wasn't even, I didn't even get anything else, but I got a set of sheets. Really nice, good quality, crisp, clean sheets for my bed. And I paid $6 for both the sheets and pillowcases. So it was a really good buy. You know, naturally you wash them before you use them, but they weren't worn. They were like new. They were really nice. I got this ribbon. It's bunnies. I don't know why. I don't do much with bunnies, but I love the colors. I thought that was really, really cute. So I'll come up with something to do with that. I don't know. And it's kind of like the same style. I guess it'd be like watercolor type as this. Not the same colors exactly, just the same look, the same style. So I guess that's my thing for right now. And then this washi tape. I really don't know why they had to do that, but 2 rolls of washi tape, full rolls for $1. I got this gold lame. I thought it was just something different and pretty, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I didn't have any, I don't know, sparkly, glitzy kind of stuff like this. So I got that. I'm trying not to pick up too much fabric because I have a lot of it. But I saw this and I was like, oh, that one's pretty. It's kind of, I don't think it's actual denim, but it looks like denim with the flowers on it. And there's quite a bit here. What did she, they usually measure it. 1.5 yards. Oh my goodness, really? Ooh, see, I think that's so pretty. I think that will make a gorgeous, gorgeous journal cover. Don't you? I think so. I like it. It's kind of granny chic. I think is that what they call it? Granny chic? I kind of like that term since I'm so granny nowadays. I feel like I'm just getting older and older by the minute. Time is passing so fast, and my granddaughters are growing up, and they're young ladies now, and oh my gosh. I want to go back to when they were little kids. I want to go back to when my kids were little kids. I don't know if... I think these were from a flea market. Yes. Went to a flea market. And these are from the flea market. This was $3 for the whole thing. And I don't think I paid that, though. I think she gave them to me for $2. Pretty sure. I find a lot of buttons on cards, but not usually on the old cards like this. These are just so cute. Look at these. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. That's just adorable. That one's pretty cute too. And then a couple of blank cards, which is fine because these are nice and old. And I've got enough sets of buttons. I can just put new buttons on these cards and they'll look really cool. So this is like a really, really fun find. I don't find these at a reasonable price. If you go to an antique store and you find these in an antique store, they're charging like anywhere up to $5 a card for these buttons in an antique store. Don't buy your stuff in an antique store. Go to flea markets. Estate sales are pretty good too. I bought this book. It is about Emily Dickinson. It is a biography. I don't know how much of it is embellished. I think it's probably pretty accurate because the author says she was born in New York City in 1942, graduated from Reed College, and obtained her PhD from Yale. Since 1972, she has been a lecturer at the School of English and American Studies in East Anglia, England. So she's probably, this is copyright 1986. So she was probably pretty well versed in Emily Dickinson. And it looks, you know, it doesn't read like, it's not like a novel. It's very much nonfiction. So this is going on my bookshelf and I will someday read that. And then I found these June, July 1968 and May 1968 pack-a-funds. I remember these when I was a kid. My mother used to get these pack-a-funds. She was a Cub Scout leader and a Brownie leader, so she used these magazines to get ideas for the meetings. And I just thought that the images in here were really cute. You know, very vintage and for me, very nostalgic because I remember these coming into the house. So I picked the couple that I thought, they had a whole pile of them, but I only picked a couple that I thought might have something in it that I might use. They're in like really, really good condition. I almost hesitate to cut them up because of that. But also because they're in good condition, I can take the staples out and use the pages as signature pages, which is probably what I'll do. I really don't have a logical reason to save them intact as is, so I might as well use them, right? And then this, my third phonogram book. They had the first, second, third, fourth. They had a bunch of them, but I only got one because, you know, I buy all these things and they sit here, and that's my problem. So I can't do that. But this one, I can also take the staples out and use these as signature pages. I think they'd be really cute. especially if I stick one in like a little golden book journal or any kind of children's theme journal, anything. All in really good condition, which is rare. Usually you find stuff that old and it's not good condition. This is just some felt ribbon. It's just green felt flowers. I don't know. I saw it and I think I was in one of those moods that day where I'm like, I wasn't finding much of anything. So I was like, well, I gotta buy something. So I bought something. This very small bag of buttons for $1. There's really not like a whole lot in there, but I saw this one. Let me see if I can open these up. Take all the staples out. Because I'm keeping them in the bag and taking them to my mother's. At which time we will empty the bag and probably throw the bag away unless we need it to store buttons. Yeah, this was the one that I saw. There's 2 of them. They've got something written on the back. I can't read it though. Let me see. I did get a jeweler's loop for Christmas. I don't know where I put it. No, it's around here somewhere. It says C costume maker. Costume maker. That's what it says. They're plastic. They're kind of cute. This is an older button. The rest of these aren't anything too special. But I like the colors on. I like this color. I like these colors. Even these would be good like in a nature journal. So there's enough in here. $1's worth. Yeah, maybe. I like that one. I don't generally buy the little bags like this that only have a few things in them just because there's usually not much in there. But I saw those red buttons and I knew that they were older and a little bit fancier than just plain old shirt buttons. Now there's a lot of people that do button art and button crafts that would use those plain shirt buttons. And I even use them once in a while. You know, if my piece calls for that type of a button, I use it. And then I got this. Look at this. This is big. This paper is about 14.5 inches wide. And look at it. It's pretty. Isn't that different? Great signature page. The front and the back are different. I like it. Something, well, different. Yeah. Put that over there. What is in here? Oh, okay. I was wondering why this was so heavy. Oh, this is why it's so heavy. All right, so we have a jar of buttons. This one was only $2. And Oh, I looked at, there's, I don't know if you can see them. Oh, am I in frame? I don't know. Ladybug buttons right there. That's why I bought this one. There may be a few other things in here. I don't know. They're mostly newer buttons. I can tell just by looking at them. That one right there looks interesting. But again, these will go to my mother's and we'll sort through them. I'm going to do a video sorting buttons with Mom. That might be fun. See, my phone is moving. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know. I got to figure out how to fix this thing. These beads, they were $3 and they're all glass beads and there's all different colors and sizes and shapes. I just finished sorting my beads. I did not record it because it was a long drawn out process and would have been like a really boring video. But I got them all sorted. They're all in boxes by color and they look beautiful. I'm probably going to pull some out and sell some because I have some that I have like a lot of the same beads. So those I can probably pass along. But since I have them all sorted, I will, when I put these away, I will pull the bead boxes out and put them in the proper places so that I don't get bogged down with having a million different containers of beads and can't find anything. It really helps to organize and sort things. This is, it's labeled as packaging tape. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. This one is like a measuring tape. This has numbers on it. And this, I think, is like grid. I don't know. I paid $1 for it. They show it on a scrapbook layout. I thought it was interesting. Different. More recipe cards. Let's open this up. These look interesting. 2001. I was looking for a date. Can't be afraid to open the packages because if you don't open the packages, you won't use them because you'll never open the packages. All right, so it's very thin. It's not card at all. It's paper, which is okay. And it has, I don't know if you can see it, but it actually has vegetables. Yeah, they're all vegetables on it. This side has lines and this side is blank. So I don't know if I'd call them recipe cards. I think they're just decorated index cards, but that's okay. They're interesting. They're different. They'll go with my recipe cards, and I won't use them. Isn't that terrible? All right. I saw these, and I thought, what in the world are these? They're called utensil holders, but I think they're just pockets. I paid 25 cents for them. Yeah, so these are just like placeholders for demonstration purpose. They're pockets. Aren't those cute? I could have made these. I didn't need to buy them, but you know, they hooked me with the utensils in them. And I can use these little utensils for, who knows, something. But aren't they cute? So there's this striped one, and there's this one with a bunny that says Happy Easter. Oh, can you see? Oh gosh, I'm never going to get these back in here. So, little pockets. Very cute. I showed, yeah, I have some binders in here that I'm pretty sure I showed in the last haul video, and instead of putting them away somewhere, I stuck them back in the bag. But just in case I didn't, here's a small 2-inch binder and some dividers. I'm pretty sure I showed those. I showed that. I don't think I showed this. Oh, wait, there's something else in the bottom of the bag here. Let me see what this is. Oh, an empty bag. Okay, everything else in this bag you have seen, which I need to put them away somewhere. I don't know where. These my mother gave me. She was getting ready to do a yard sale, and she was selling some of her stamps, and she asked if I wanted any before she sells them. So I picked out a few. This is birds. It's like a bird silhouette. Let me get the price tags off. She has since had the yard sale. I think I told you about it before, that her park has a big yard sale once a year. Everybody can do it at their own house, and then they have stuff in the community center that people donate if they don't want to do their own yard sale. So anyway, so I picked out these silhouette of a bird, and she told me she didn't sell any stamps or any of the other crafty things that she had, which is sad. These roses, those are pretty. Sunflowers, I might have that one. I'll have to look and see. A feather. Flamingos. Steps, like a path, like I don't know. I thought I could use it like on a hiking page, show hiking trails. That's what it makes me think of. And another bird. And no, I didn't need any of these. She insisted. I have a problem. I cannot resist things, you know. She also, I think I told you about this. I don't know if it was the last haul video or an earlier haul video. The one where somebody in the park had given her a whole bunch of scrapbook stuff, and we split it up, and I got the corner chompers and the stamping platform and a whole bunch of other stuff. Well, in with that stuff, there was some jewelry. And my mother was like, I don't know if she meant for this jewelry to be in there. So she says, I'm going to take it back to the woman and ask her if she meant for the jewelry to be in there. And the woman says, yeah, I meant for it. You can have it. And when my mother showed it to me, I was like, ooh, I like some of those. Let me know if she doesn't want them. So these are the ones, she didn't want them. And these are the ones that I ended up with. Fix this, keeps coming undone. This one is that a bird of paradise? I don't think it's a peacock. Could be a peacock. I don't know. The colors aren't right for a peacock, but it's so pretty. And it appears that all the stones are in there. So these are going in my collection. These aren't for junk journaling. And then I liked this one. I thought this one was really pretty. And look at this one. This is really cool with the blue water down there. I thought that was pretty. And a Girl Scout pin. I don't know if the Girl Scout pin was in that batch or if my mother found it somewhere and threw it in there. I don't know. But anyway, those are the pins that the brooch. I never know if it's brooch or brooch. I hear it said both ways. And so in order for me not to be wrong, I call them pins. All right, so don't go away yet. We have this we're down to this. So this I got at the flea market. And I went up and I started looking through this box. And there were a few things in there that I liked, that I wanted. And so the guy comes along and he says, $25 for the whole box. And I was like, ooh, the whole box, huh? And he says, yeah, we didn't know what to do with it. People are picking through and they want things, but I just want to sell the whole box. So I continued looking through it. And he said something else, asked me something, and I said, well, I'm just looking to see if there's enough in here that I can use to warrant paying $25 for. And he said, well, I'll give it to you for $20. Well, stupid me, and I always do this, I really should have offered him like $15. But I went for the $20. So I paid $20 for this box. I'm going to try to move it aside a little bit and we'll go through what's in here. There's some things in here that I will use, that I want, that I like, but then there's other things that I don't know what I'm going to do with. Maybe I'll throw them in a box and sell them when I do the yard sale things. These old Tootsies. Do you remember Tootsies? These were the old footies that women used to wear with their kitten heels or their high heels or whatever. I like the packaging. So I think I'm going to keep the packaging for journals because they're little envelopes and they're very, very vintage looking. And there's several of them here. There's one, some of them are just the package. 2, 3, and 4. I think that's it. So I'm going to keep the packaging and I'll probably just throw the socks out because I really don't know what I would use these for. They're like not worn. They're brand new, but we don't really use these now. I don't think. I don't know. Do women use these little footy things in their shoes? Maybe they do. I don't wear heels. I wear socks. I have some shoes that I wear without any socks, and then I have others that, of course, excuse me, I wear socks with. Okay, moving on. Why do I linger on shit like that? Then there's some like sewing stuff. Again, the packaging is really cool, but this is intact. Everything's in there. I think it might be missing one needle right here. There's no date on it. So I don't know when these were from, but the packaging is cool. If you're doing a vintage sewing journal, that's really cool. Now it's a little bit bent, and to use the whole thing I think would be a little bulky. So I'm not sure. I hate to break the package up, but then we have a couple of snaps. This one is all intact. That's really cool just to put that whole thing into a journal, just as it is. I think I'm going to have to do a sewing journal. I did one a long time ago when I first started making journals, and I don't think it was very good. I didn't have like stuff like this. So, I did it with whatever I had, but now I've got some things like this and some other things that would be really cool. So I think I'm going to make one sometime. Now, unfortunately, this is just a little piece of one, but if you put that like on a pocket or on the corner of a page and make it into a little tiny tuck spot, that would be cool. And we have some more packaging. So we have these pinettes, which are basically like bulb pins. It says for shank buttons, and then it shows you on the back how you use them. You put the pin inside the garment and pin through the shank button. I never knew you did that. I was just figured you just sew the shank buttons on. But no, they don't have to be sewn on. They can be removable with pinettes. Now, how awesome is that? Those are really cool. Let's see. We have these snaps that aren't quite as old. They're still fairly old. They're 20 cents a package. There's no barcodes on them, so they're probably like from the 60s. Still pretty cool. Then here's one that might be a little bit older. No dates. Printed and made in England. Again, the packaging is pretty cool. This one. I mean, these are as cool as vintage button cards. They really are. And this has got all the snaps still on it. This one is unfortunately torn off, but again, you can still use it, or you could even just kind of tear it across there and just use the top part of it. And then use the bottom corner for something else, maybe? I don't know. Then I've got this. I don't know what some of these things are. This is some kind of a label. It says, cut out this premium coupon. See other side. Consumers premium coupon. It says it's subject to conditions in our premium catalog. So it must have been something. Okay, so it says this coupon for brokers. We will not redeem or return this coupon for brokers or anyone other than the original purchaser of the cake of soap, nor pay duty on premiums sent outside the United States. Huh. So this must have come on the package, on a package of soap. And then you could redeem it for something in their catalog. That's what I'm guessing this is. That's very cool. But you have to kind of have both sides of it to kind of get what it is. So, and it's kind of fragile, so I'm not sure how I'll use that. But it's cool. And then this is another like coupon type of thing. Send 10 cents for Rick Rack book, a box of tricks, to the Narrow Fabric Company in Reading, Pennsylvania. So I'm thinking that this was a card that Rick Rack came on, and then it's like a coupon that you can send for something. And then this is a cleaner's tag, Golden Triangle Cleaners. And this is out of Eustace Tavares in Mount Dora. The phone number is 200. And the Mount Dora phone number is 59. Isn't that awesome? I love stuff like this. I don't normally find things like this, so I wouldn't say that these things in themselves are worth maybe the 20 bucks that I paid, but the whole box I think was worth the 20 bucks because of all the things that are in here. So then there were some needle books. This one is pretty cool. It's old. It's fallen apart. It's like, you know, not in the best shape, but I think it's different. It says Old New York on the back, and it says Lady Prim Needlebook. Very cool graphics. My mother actually collects needle books. She has them all in a book in protective sleeves and stuff. So these will go to her, and then they will be passed on to me eventually. We've already talked about that. So don't think I'm being morbid talking like that. My mother and I talked about it. This is another needle book. Very, very cool with the original needles in there. And I think that they are silver because they're like tarnished. And there's calendars here that say 1905. And these say Gold Eye Sharps. Very, very cool. I have no idea how old this is. It's for sale by E.J. something in Ludlow, Mass. Sharples Tubular Cream Separators. And this is the Sharples Separator Company, Westchester, Pennsylvania. So this was probably like a giveaway. Pretty cool. This one is from a furniture store in Springfield, Mass. I love the Massachusetts things because that's where I'm originally from. And it's got the needles. And these are all gold-tipped needles. These are. I don't know if these are. And this calendar is 1900. Talk about awesome. They're just, oh my goodness, they just give me such a warm fuzzy feeling just seeing those old things. Now these are just little bits and pieces of scrappy things that were in the bottom of the box. These can be used for collaging or something. It's just a little piece of paper. I imagine this was another needle book. This one's got pins in it. Another one. I don't know what I'll do with those. Then we have this buttonhole maker. The package had been opened or something at some point, but it's not in the best shape. Then there's this. Stay Stuck pin cards. Quite old, quite jankied up, but would look really cool in a vintage sewing journal, wouldn't it? Then there's this little bag. See, he had $25 for all. I didn't look in here. So we've got an old wrinkled up button cards. And some tools. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with these tools. I'm guessing these were for sewing machine. This is like a little pokey tool. That's kind of cool. That might have to go in my all collection. And then these have little hooks on them. I don't know if these were button hooks. They're very tiny hooks. Like the middle one is like super tiny. This one's bent. Very tiny. So I'm guessing these were, maybe they were like not button hooks, no, because they'd be bigger. These were for like, what is that needlework? Geez. You know what I'm talking about. The little tiny needlework. That's probably what these were. I do not know what this is. A little thing of buttons. They feel like they're glass. They're cold. A couple of other little tiny buttons here. And a strawberry from a pincushion. I don't know if these little hooks are, they're in, pretty rough shape. They can be cleaned up, but the one that's bent, I don't know if that can be bent back or not. But something maybe can be done with those. Here's another snap package. There's a lot of rickrack and trim. I'll go through that quickly at the end here. You still with me? Two small needle books. They might have been with something bigger, like some of these other ones had them inside, but maybe not. This one's really cool. They might have been just by themselves. I don't know. But they're cool. We have some loose little footy things. Here is another needle book. Well, not a whole book. One needle, I guess. It's a rug needle. And yarn winder for fluff rugs. I don't know what that means. Oop. I don't know what that was. Some needles in packages. Just the packaging, you can tell, is later than those needle books, but they're still old. These all different kinds of needles. And it tells you what each one was for. 1 and 2, which are missing, was for upholstery, mattress, and car seats. Number 3, for sacks and string sewing. Number 4, for tapestry. 5 is for canvas and awnings. 6 is for embroidery and heavy threads. And 7 is for rugs, carpets, and heavy fabrics. Interesting. No dates. This is for lampshades, upholstery, and mattress. The mattress one was used. These were bought at Bell's? Something Bell's department stores. I wonder if it's the same Bell's that we have here now. I don't know. Back a belt buckle. Just insert your material. Presto. There's your self-matching buckle. No tools required. Simple instructions on the reverse side. Oh, so you cover. They're telling you how to cover this buckle with fabric so it matches your dress or your clothing. Cool. It's plastic. It's like acrylic. What else do I have here? There was this piece of old lace. Very old, very cool, very intricately made. I don't know how I'm going to use this because I would hate to cut it. But sometimes you just got to get over that, right? But I don't know. Maybe some kind of a journal cover, wrap it around, put a button on it. That might be cool. Doesn't have a whole lot of give, but a little bit. That might be kind of cool. A small journal. Maybe I'll do that on my antique sewing journal. Tin text. Tint as you rinse. So this is some kind of dye, and I'm assuming that it is, yep, it's still in there. It's old. Of course, there's no date on it. I don't know. See, it's coming out of the box. I'm not going to unwrap that. I don't know what I would do with that. It's jade green. I suppose I could take it out of the box and use it to dye paper, but that would be very, very messy for me. And I don't know. I can't get into the dyeing paper in batches thing. Maybe that'll go to somebody I know that does dye paper. See what they can do with it. Some more little tiny needle books. Britannia Needleworks. Very cool. This is leather. I am guessing this was a needle book, and these were the different sizes of the needles. I don't know. I am not sure, but that's what it appears to me to be. You know, these are little pockets. I don't know. What does it say on there? Where's my glasses? GM Blood Soul License. Soul License. GM Blood Soul License. Huh. Oh, wait, what's this say? Blood's patent, helix needles, cloth stock. That's very cool. That's very cool. I cannot imagine how old that is. I don't know. What would you say? 1900? Maybe older? And there's some more small needle books. Is this a matchbook? No, needle and thread case. Hotel Atlantic. That is Chicago. And some more needles. These are cool little envelope thingies. The problem is the needles are still in there, so I don't know. Not sure how I would use some of these things. Here's a needle threader. It is metal, but it's broken. Looks like little antennas. Looks like a bug. But the threader itself is pretty cool. I have a whole bunch more little pieces of snap packages. Just little pieces. Oh, what is this? Shoulder strap. 1 yard. That's pretty old. Although it's wrapped in plastic. So it's not like ancient. I have this old hook thing. Then we have, oh, here's another needle book. J. Roberts patent. Parabola tape needles. New York branch. The graphics in here are very cool. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of gold on this dark paper. There's like a pair of scissors here and a needle and thread over here. This improved wrapper adopted in 1889. Registered in the United States 1866 and 1878. I don't think this is that old. This is probably more like the early 1900s. This stuff is very cool. There's so much of it, I don't know what I'm going to do with it all. Then we have a bag of wooden spool threads. Some of these look like super old. Look at this one. There's no label on it. But look at that spool of thread. That is like so antique-like. And then there's the little short ones. And then the regular. Some are empty. Some have thread on them. John J. Clark's machine thread. So there's like all different sizes and kinds of spools in here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I think a couple of them I'm going to put on my spool rack over there to show them because they're just really cool looking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of these. Then there's a whole bunch of all different trimmings. There's pipings. There's this is seam binding, bias seam tape, bias tape, seam binding. Some of the packaging is kind of cool. Like this is Fruit of the Loom iron-on. That's kind of cool. This is a cool graphic here. So I don't know what I'm going to do with all of these. The seam binding, I might use some of it. The piping, I don't know if I would use the piping too much. But again, some of the packaging on it is kind of cool. There's some rickrack. Excuse me, I keep burping. This is an old Wrights one. My mother worked for Wrights. Here's an old seam binding that it's the kind you can wrinkle up and make it look really cool, I think. And there's a whole bunch of it in here. All these different colors and stuff. I do like the little rickracks, but I have so much of it already. This is all rickrack here. Some more seam binding. I have so much of it. So some of this I probably am going to sell. I'll try to sell some of it in one of my another snap thing. I'll try to sell some of this probably in one of my sale videos. So if you're interested in any of this, the seam binding and stuff, let me know. I don't know if I'm going to sell the old stuff because I like it and I can use it. So I might just hang on to that. Here's a roll of, this is cotton twill tape, like. All right, I'm not done yet. There's more in this box. There's more, you guys. Let me just clear the space here. Sonia, I know you do dyeing. Let me know if you want this. I don't know if you're interested in like old packaging and stuff, but and I don't want to, you know, inundate you with stuff that you're not interested in. Okay, let me just get this out of my way for a minute. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this. I really don't, because there's so much little stuff here that, I mean, I know some of it. I have an old sewing box that I will put some of this in to store it. So I guess it's really not that big of a problem. It just, all at one time, it seems, you know, a little overwhelming, but it's all right. Don't go anywhere. I'm still digging into this box. I mean, I'm to the end of it, but we're not done yet. So what we have next is a bag of buckles. I know it's been over an hour, so thank you if you stuck with me. Or maybe you came back. So this is pearl. That's really cool. There's some just regular metal buttons, buckles. Buttons, jeez. That's pretty. If you really look at the design on that, that's really pretty. I wonder if I could get this old material off of here and redo that. Some of these would make really cool journal closures. I'm not sure what that was, but it's metal thing. Tin, like. So there's this one. This could be mother of pearl. I'm not sure. It looks like it. So there's those two. That's, I don't know if I can clean that up or not. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to clean some of these up. There's two of those. Some of them are, you know, they're pretty dirty and corroded and probably not good for anything here, these metal things. What does that say? I don't know what that says. So yeah, there's not a lot that can be cleaned up. That's pretty cool too. So some of these I will clean up. Some of them I probably won't. I mean, I'll clean them all. Now these, that one's broken. This could be Bakelite. I don't know. This is very light. That could be Bakelite. I don't know if they are or not. So yeah, we got this bag of buckles. Kind of dirty. Need to be cleaned up. I'll have to one day just pull them out and play with them and try to clean the good ones up, and we'll see what we end up with. And then also was this bag of buttons in there. I have not looked in the buttons yet. Someone bought a bag of buttons in 1996 for $7.54. I wonder if it was these. These have sailboats, and they have... These might be Bakelite. My mother will take a look at those and test them, and she'll know. There's a thimble. Oh, this is a fun bag. This is a little clear thing with a flower in it. That's pearl. Oh, that's a nice pearl button. These also need to be cleaned. That's really pretty. I think that's glass. Oh, see, now this bag of buttons was worth 20 bucks. A little teddy bear. It's a little metal teddy bear button. This is pearl. This is... It looks like a whistle, but it's not. Does this come apart? What is this? I do not know what that is. That might be glass. What is that? This is glass. There's some good buttons in here. Oh, I can't wait for my mother to pick through this one. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. That one's pretty. Oh, there's some good buttons. These are all glass. Wow. Looking to see if any of these are Girl Scout buttons. They're not. They're just green buttons. They're older, though. They're all older. This is a good bag. They're dirty. They need to be cleaned up, but... Celluloid, 75 cents each. Celluloid you're supposed to keep separate, and they're supposed to breathe. That's what I've been told. I don't know. There's an old peacoat button. Another mother of pearl. I don't know what that one is. These are like different substances, different materials. And I don't know enough about the buttons to know, but this is glass. This is glass. You can tell by feeling them. They're kind of cold to the touch, and they're very smooth. And they have a little bit more weight than plastic. Very, very cool. Now I'm glad that I bought it, because I had my doubts at first whether I overpaid. I could have still got it for less probably, but this bag of buttons is definitely worth what I paid for it. I saw one in there that I wanted to look at. Where was it? I had a, here it is. This flag button. It's older. I don't know if it came off of a uniform or anything, but that's pretty cool. It's kind of Art Deco-y. So yeah, this is a fun thing of buttons. There's some really cool ones in here. Nothing like really extraordinary, rare, valuable, or anything like that, but some fun buttons. And there's a lot of glass buttons in here. And I myself like these old plastic ones with the flowers and stuff on them. I like those. All right, so that, my friends, is my haul for today. If you're still with me at this point, thank you so much for watching. This is another glass button. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And you might want to hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos, because I don't do it on a regular basis. So you'll want to be watching and subscribe so that I show up in your subscriber list. So if you're just browsing through your favorite channels one day, you will find mine and come and watch my latest video. That's something special, but I can't tell what it is. I think it's glass. So there we have it. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.